Charlie Kirk is a piece of shit, evil, fascist. Spot on. Absolutely. Agree with you entirely on that. But also that he didn't need to be and it is worrying the consequences that this is going to have for the left in general. No, I don't feel bad. No. I think everybody should understand that I don't feel bad. I don't feel bad for him. I don't feel any degree of empathy or sympathy. Okay. All right. Listen, man. Hey, that dude Zoot, how are you doing? Did you hear about Charlie Kirk? I did not hear about Charlie Kirk. Someone just shot him? Okay, you're gonna have to give me a link. Just drop it in the chat. I won't put it on stream.
Counting or not counting gang violence?
Oh my god.
Cody, go, run. Oh.
Yo, what the f***? That is crazy. The BBC breaking news about it. Police confirm shots fired at conservative activist Charlie Kirk's event in Utah. I mean, from the video, he is dead. I don't know, you know, it says shots fired. Obviously, I'm not going to show that video on stream. Yeah, dude, he's dead. Sorry. It looks like it goes right through his fucking chest, like through his heart. There is no way. I cannot see him surviving that. I don't really cover breaking news on this channel, so all right, well, we will get a bit more information about that as it comes, I guess. Holy shit. I guess my immediate take on that is I don't know what people like Charlie Kirk expect. I don't know what he expects. If you go round being a fascist, if you go round behaving in a belligerent, smug manner, yelling at people who are far more marginalized than you ever will be, then what can you expect? Like, you are goading people who are suffering into taking action against you. And hell, I don't know, man, this might not even be by someone who is a left-winger or a marginalized person or anything like that. It might be one of his fucking fash mates. Right? Because they all fucking hate each other anyway. Too early for a he's dead, Jim? I mean, I don't know. I'm not a doctor. But you know, if you look at the video, there's just no way, man. There ain't no way. It's probably someone who's more radically on the right. I mean, I don't know. 1,000% they're gonna say the trooper was trans, black, and Muslim. Oh yeah, for sure. It won't matter who's done it to the right wingers because they're delusional. They'll just say whatever. But again, like, you know, Charlie Kirk is a delusional fascist. He's a delusional right winger, and he will see evidence put in front of his eyes. Like, you know, what was the one recently where it was like a dolphin fetus?
Do you truly, in your heart of hearts, truly believe that this is a human being? This?
Without a doubt.
Without a doubt?
Yes.
This is a dolphin fetus.
You think this is a living human being with a soul? Yep, nah, it's a dolphin. You know, and he still was like, yeah, no, but my point still stands. Right-winger conservatives, even in the UK, fascists, they don't care about facts anymore. They're not bothered about it. I don't think they ever did, right? It's not like you can just say to a right-winger, hey, guess what? There's only one way for immigrants to get in this country, and it is illegal unless you're from Ukraine. And they'll be like, oh, well, none of them should come here then. They won't care about any of that shit. Oh, we only care about the illegal immigrants. Yeah, they're all illegal, bro. What's your next point? Oh, whatever. Get rid of them all. You know, they don't care about any of that. It's like far-right fascist conservatives reacted to the Epstein thing, right? Nah, actually, I'm not bothered that we've got the president. Nah, it's not his signature. It's not his signature. And it is his signature. You could clearly see it is his signature on that Epstein drawing of literally like a little girl. And he's saying the secret that you and I share is that we're like, that's what Donald Trump is saying to Jeffrey Epstein, and everybody on the right is like, nah. It's there, dude. It's there. Like, anyone with half a brain can see it. He said he's going to trust his friends in the FBI about Epstein. Yeah. ISIS arrested people in courthouses. They don't give a shit about the right way. Yeah. If he survives this, it will be terrible. But if he doesn't, then he'll also be a martyr. You know, maybe they'll try and use it as an excuse to do the civil war. Gonna be real bad for leftists. Yeah, I don't see it doing any good for us. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be good. You know, it won't matter who actually shot him. Like, it just won't matter. They will be like, yeah, nah, it was a Muslim, it was a trans person, it was a leftist, it was a radical leftist. I mean, you know, that's the thing. Like, the US is not in a position where there is a solid... I mean, you've got groups like the DSA, you've got groups like ICE out of LA, you've got unions, you've got all of this kind of stuff, but it doesn't seem to me like there are bases of socialist power in the USA, right? So, you know, if there was some kind of civil war or revolution where the fascists were taken out, right? I just think there would just be like neoliberal USA shit to still kind of get over. Lenin heavily critiqued propaganda of the deed. I mean, I guess it depends what kind of propaganda of the deed it is, right? Because propaganda of the deed is good if you are like looking at tenant union action, if you're looking at trade union action, right? That is always good propaganda of the deed. Propaganda of the deed of like assassinating political opponents, I fully back Lenin's critique of that. Yeah, I do think it's bad that Charlie Kirk died. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, maybe he's not dead, he got shot, but it really doesn't look like he's surviving that. I don't think that Republicans should be shot and killed, right? I genuinely don't think that. In an ideal world, we would have a base of power, a dual power structure that will challenge the power that exists of the state, which means that we don't have to rely on it anymore. Like, my ideal revolution is one where the people build power. We don't have to rely on the state anymore, so much so that even the people who work for the state will be like, yeah, actually, we should join the Soviet councils. I'm sure that's most people's ideal revolution. But again, we don't know who killed this guy, and that's why, you know, I try not to cover things like breaking news, like people getting shot or whatever, and yada, yada, yada. We must all pray for Charlie Kirk, who's been shot. A great guy from top to bottom. God bless him. Just... incapable of sounding serious at any point. He's calling him a switch. Charlie Kirk's visit to Utah attracted deep opposition from students who said it was not consistent with the campus's commitment to inclusivity. More than 6,000 people signed a petition demanding he be banned, but Elevate Strategies, a Democratic political consulting firm, dubbed the event part of Mr. Kirk's campus martyr tour, warning that deplatforming him would only play into his hands. I mean, yeah, it's kind of happened already, right? According to the BBC, Marina Minas, Turning Point USA staff said he's in hospital and doesn't look good. Trump, like, here we go, the fucking brass eye bullshit kicking the off straight away. Charlie Kirk, a Trump loyalist with a huge audience. Charlie Kirk is one of the biggest conservative influences in the US today. To call him a firebrand would be somewhat understating the case. He's a staunch Trump loyalist who built a huge audience through his Turning Point organization, which has a presence on hundreds of college campuses across the country. Kirk and his band of young conservatives flood the zone through social media and podcasts. Shut the f*** up, man. Fucking brass eye glaze fest bullshit nonsense. All right. Well, we still don't know. He's in hospital. That's the latest update. So there you go, chat. I mean, here's the thing. If you're a rabid fascist stochastic terrorist, right, you will not care about the existence of Charlie Kirk because you will be like, if this guy, there are loads of other people like me who are we're gonna make the fascist revolution happen, right? So you would create a bunch of fake documents or fake journals or shit like that and just be like, yeah, I'm trans, I'm definitely trans, I love the left, I'm a leftist, I'm a commie, I watch Hassan, I love CNN, I love the Democrats, I love Zoran Mamdani, and then put like that on the fucking gun or whatever, you know, just like the last person did. It doesn't even have to be Charlie Kirk, right? It could be any conservative pundit. That doesn't matter. He's gonna take one for the team. Boom.
Bing. Boom. Firing squad. Boom. Gun. Bang. Bing. Bong. It's called you're dead.
There you go. I'll get out of prison in 2 years after the fascist uprising because actually secretly I'm a fascist and I made it happen and I can just admit it when that's happened, right? That's kind of my take on these kinds of and in America at the moment. Like, the previous one was obviously absolutely supposed to demonize trans people in the most horrific way possible, and I think that that's probably what this one will end up doing as well. And if the thinks in any way in the way that I previously described, then yeah, he'll do all that stuff, right? Whoever it is. I mean, it should be condemned. Like, I'm gonna be honest, like, it should be condemned. Like, when I'm saying things like Republicans don't deserve to be, like, I genuinely mean it. It's dumb that I should have to, like, say that because I don't want a violent clash between people. I don't want humans to. I know that Republicans and people in power are already people. It's not helpful. It doesn't help the left. It doesn't help anyone who has suffered under Charlie Kirk's stochastic terrorism and shit like that. It doesn't get anyone justice. You know what I mean? He said trans people are subhuman. F him. Again, like, I think two things are true here, and I think that I can say two things, and I believe two things to be true. I think that Charlie Kirk is a piece of shit, evil, fascist. Spot on, absolutely agree with you entirely on that. But also that he didn't need to be. And it is worrying the consequences that this is going to have for the left in general. No, I don't feel bad. No. I think everybody should understand that I don't feel bad. I don't feel bad for him. I don't feel any degree of empathy or sympathy. Okay, all right. Listen, man. I love Eden so much. Imagine spending your last moments on Earth staring at some college students like this. Charlie Kirk recently said to a Palestinian, there's no such thing as Palestinians. Now look, there's no longer such a thing called Charlie Kirk. Okay, man. Okay, dude. Okay, dude. I'm actually in tears.
Number of security personnel.
I'm just gonna keep showing you shit that I'm seeing, chat. I'm just gonna... Done my serious take on the thing that's happened. It's time to have a laugh, yeah? They wanted to make comedy legal again. It's true. Maybe Charlie Kirk should have disabled big head mode before going into a PvP zone. There's some funny tweets, there's some poignant tweets. Good one here from Squirrel. What was done to Charlie Kirk has been done to countless Palestinian babies, children, girls, boys, women, and men, not just over the past 2 years of the ongoing genocide, but decades. And whenever it happened, and it's on camera, we all saw it, Charlie Kirk came out to say, I love this, I want more of this, the people who did this are great, and I love them, and they should keep doing it forever. As Malcolm said, the chickens have come home to roost. This is something that Charlie Kirk tweeted. The deaths of women and children in Gaza are the fault of Hamas, not Israel, just like the deaths in Japan during World War II were the fault of Japan, not America. When a government engages in unprovoked murderous aggression, they are to blame for everything that results. I'm not gonna feel sad about this guy. I'm not gonna shed any tears over it unless they're tears of laughter. I'm trying to be meaningful and somewhat respectful. This is where you're gonna get a balanced variety of take. You're gonna get me saying violence is bad and no one should be, but also it's very funny. Some of the stuff I'm seeing on Twitter. We shouldn't have any sympathy for this guy because, yeah, he's called for the deaths of women and children in Gaza. He called trans people subhuman. You know, he's called multiple kinds of people subhuman. They're saying no suspect in custody. Interesting. 5 minutes ago, right-wing political activist Charlie Kirk was shot at an event he was hosting. No suspect in custody, university says. The school previously said in an alert that the police had a suspect detained. So it was not Larry David. I'm desperately trying to stream. Like, the thing is that I'm going through Twitter and I'm finding like footage of like France and stuff, which we're going to cover in a minute, but I'm just getting so distracted. Here's another bit from Ashok Kumar.
I hate being lied to, and I hate being propagandized. And this weekend, there was an all-out propaganda campaign trying to make it seem as if Israel is intentionally starving the people of Gaza. I hate being lied to, especially by the media networks. They lied to us about COVID. They lied to us about the vaccines. They lied to us about open borders. They lied to us Hunter Biden laptop.
I can't wait to log on to my favorite social media app. I sure hope I don't see a video of a guy getting shot in the face every 20 seconds. To kind of bring back to the content being played, I compare how I feel about Charlie versus a random child I don't even know the name of, skeletonized. I think that says everything about how I'll remember the guy. I mean, that's the thing. Like, I rarely think about Charlie Kirk except when I'm doing content and I'm thinking, who's someone with a bad take on this, right? Who's someone with a bad take on whatever it is that I'm talking about? Charlie Kirk, right? That's the only time that I'll think of him. It's like the way that I think of Benny Johnson. But yeah, I think about the children of Gaza every day. I think about the children of Gaza every day. I think about the children in the Congo. I think about the children in Sudan. Yeah.